Hey you guys, welcome back to Southern Latitudes. I'm Robin, and we have just a couple quick projects if the weather will hold out. It's Monday, and you know, my to-do list is always longer on Monday. I'm sure yours is too. So okay, there's two things, maybe three things up front. I just need to do some general pruning. I need to take out this Mexican heather. It's gotten tall and leggy, and they're still alive and everything. But I do believe that this variety is different than this variety. And this one is the type that come in those long bars. Can you see the long bars right there? And we've always had those until last year. And last year I put in pots. Well, they got massive. And the bees just love either one of them. But, you know, as you can see, this is our front door we pass in and out of. Well, it kept brushing into our legs, and it's just a little bit unruly for a front door entrance. And so because these come inside, like it's a little bit of a like water can go through it, air can go through it, but I keep setting off my ring. But anyhow, it keeps the roots short, therefore the plant stays shorter even if they were the same variety. So that's one thing I want to do. Surprise Jack when he gets in today. Have those replaced. I'm going to put these in the backyard somewhere. I need to just do overall trimming. My gomphrena is spent. The penta needs to be trimmed back. So does the porterweed. That looks pretty good. There's some blank spots in here for when we do get going for spring. And then the white salvia here is something that just doesn't show up good against the yellow house. So while these are, I think they're trying to make a comeback. You see all that beautiful growth in there? So what I'm going to do is try my best to trim down, pull out what's good, put them back in the back, probably by the pool maybe, and then or by the fruit trees or something. But anyhow, we're going to pull them out, replace it with this purple lantana here, which should go great against the yellow. And then I found these little pebble peas, which kind of match some of the rock we had going over there that I've never finished out. So we'll, that was like an open bag for 50%, yeah, 50% off. So we're just gonna kind of go around the lantana with that, and if we can stretch it this way. And then I'll just keep watching for bags that are 50% off and finish this little section right here, or I'll get a dump truck worth. But if nothing else, let's at least make the lantana section look good right underneath this window. Another little thing I'm going to do is they had brown wood mulch 50% off, so that made it I think it was $1.68 a bag for 2 cubits. And I'm just going to come down here and line this little flower bed and make it a little tidier. That'll take me just a couple minutes. And last but not least, I've had these strawberries sitting for 5-6 weeks inside the box, waiting for the holidays to be over and company to leave, and I have not done anything with it. So I'm probably going to put a little liner down in there, and then we're going to fill it up with dirt, and we're going to finally get the strawberries in here for January. Whew, yeah. And that should be enough for today, at least to get the week started until I can, you know, think about what other projects I want to get done. This should be fairly easy and uncomplicated. I say that, I think. I can't remember if there was 3 or 4 of them back in here, but I can still see the shape of the pot. Whoops, wrong way. Oh, but they do have pretty good root systems here. I should have brought a bigger shovel. Okay, I'm going to try to keep as much of the root ball with them and just lay them right here next to everything. I'll clean them up later. So much better. Just gently working it out of here. And then this is pretty simple from here. We just grab it and pop it in. Maybe put a little bit more dirt back under it. Bring it up, level it a little bit. And then down here for this little corner, what I do right here is oftentimes it doesn't need the full one of these. Sometimes it does. I can either break it here. That's pretty nice. I can either break it here, which I might. Let's do that. So we have a little corner right here. Honestly, I don't deserve that they do so well for a whole year. The way I treat them. Oh my goodness. There we go. And then I'll sweep all that up. But that kind of just like, they'll fill in the gap. They'll still get, you know, about a foot high. But there you go. Okay, you guys, so I really am not sure how easy or hard this is. Maybe I'll grab the bigger pruners. Let's just try one or two out. Okay, so we'll cut them back like this. They can get big and spindly, but let's go ahead and just keep this little section, and we'll just pop out the centers. Okay, let's see if we can demonstrate with this one so you can see closer. And I would imagine a lot of these are seeds down here. Those are probably seeds. Probably could save that and start growing those. But if I just have the main plant, that'll be enough to transplant. Get this base. All right, that's pretty good. Let me get my big shovel and we'll start pulling this out. Okay. Well, that's good. Okay. You know, I should also be fertilizing while I'm out here. So I'll go grab some of that too. Well, after I take this back, I'll grab some fertilizer. Come on. Loosen up. There we go. This is a perfect day to do it on because it's still nice and cool. I think our chances of rain are small, but still possible. So this is a perfect day to transplant like little perennials. It's like Snow White or Snow Princess salvia. So, and it puts on a little white stalk like that. And let's get the last one down here. Oh, this one I forgot to trim. Hold on. All right, I found a tag. Snow White or Sally Fun salvia. So there we go. I got 4 of them. I lost the dirt around the roots of this one, but otherwise they're pretty good. Okay, well, I just did the gum free. Now I stripped it, put the seed heads there. I did the red, I can't think of what that was. Red penta. And I put in 2 more of the lantana there, and I trimmed up the porterweed. But then it didn't seem like the video actually captured right. And I'm having really bad troubles with this GoPro. So anyhow, I'm here to the Purple Prince alternanthera. I hope you can hear me okay. My neighbors having work done. And look, it actually puts out a little seed head. This plant is a good year old, maybe even a year and a couple months. I think I put it in the fall of 22, went through all last year, and I was beginning to think it never bloomed. And look at that, it's got beautiful little blooms. But I took a bunch of cuttings. I'm gonna see if I can start new plants with like the tops of these, kind of just like I did the rosemary and, you know, the vitex and all that. I'm just going to see if I can do it that way with cuttings. All right, and then I have this whole area in here that this is spiderwort, and then weeds. I think I'm going to leave the weeds for another day, because this will end up, at least the weeds in this section. I cleaned out a lot of this. I need to go get more rock as I see it go 50%. You know, there's always broken bags, so I'm going to just continue to try to find, you know, broken bags and buy that way and continue that way, and then keep going this way. If I can avoid the $220 truckload worth, I'm going to try to. But so anyhow, that looks pretty good. And this is a lily. This is Daring Deception Daylily, so that should be starting soon. Kind of like, you know, like any other lily or even gladiolus, you know, they'll pop up, but they're supposed to bloom a couple of times before, you know, they actually fade out for the heat of summer. Oh, I gotta clean back there in those weeds, right? But anyhow, and this I'm not sure. I think this might be a helenium. Oh, I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it's here and it made babies in a couple different spots. So I'm just going to let that go. That's not really a weed. And down there's orange. Orange. Oh my goodness, it's been like several months since I had to remember all these names. The orange, I'll put it down below. I'm sure it'll hit me eventually. And then we have a dwarf plumeria here, and then the Duranta erecta, which is the golden dewdrops, the purple, I think showers or raindrops, something like that. It's beautiful, but it's not real happy right there, or it hasn't been happy this winter, and it could just be the winter. I did hard prune it back. It might not have liked that. But anyhow, we'll see if it picks up this spring. We'll just leave it alone. This, by the way, is the actual stem right here. You can see the straight part. And then this is a sucker that comes up and goes all the way up here to give it height. And if you have a little OCD, I hope you don't, but if you do, that'll drive you nuts. And I'm trying to decide if what I should do about that, because I still have this and I have this. So do I cut this here? You think I cut this about here and then kind of start again? I'm sort of thinking about that, but I also love the full height up to the roof. I don't know. If you have an opinion or some experience in this, let me know what you think about that. Okay, so back over here, I'm just gonna pick up my mess and maybe just trim around that one little thing and sweep, get these to the back, and we'll go on the next projects. Okay, we've moved inside the gate now. We're in the backyard, and here's my banana pit that we started a couple of 2-3 years ago. I'm not sure what. Look at the bromeliads, they're starting to go off for the spring. And I gave it kind of just a little bit of a border. Now I have to be very careful because back in here I still have some impatiens coming through here, and over here. But I went ahead and gave it that border, that visual for Buddy and for me, and just, you know, for prettiness. If I get any more broke bags at 50%, I will go ahead and keep adding the brown around here. At least in the back, you know, I don't see what it would hurt back there. I just have ginger, and that hasn't come up yet. And then, of course, the other established plants. Over here, we put in those pink polka dot plants. And, of course, the bananas. I have a turmeric right in there. And I have the darker red polka dot plants as well. So this sets that off. I have a coleus I must have broke because it was there last week. But I'm leaving it alone because it may continue back up. This is also a volunteer coleus from last year. And then we have, this is Stokes Aster right here. And one of those Mexican heathers I pulled out from up front went right here. And I got another pink polka dot. And then I have a white 4 o'clock back here if it makes it. I don't know that it will. I don't have any more seeds of that, so it's okay if it lives, okay if it dies. And there you go. And so then I don't know if I'll, when exactly I'll do it, but my goal would be to put a different color, like a light color mulch right in here, just to make that pathway. It kind of dips down, and I would like to just make that a little bit more even, and I hate taking the mower through it and such. Buddy, do you love it? What are you doing? There's a lot of construction work going on today. Everybody's taking care of their projects while they can when it's cool weather. It kind of missed it on me during this project where I put in the strawberries. These are ever-bearing strawberries. Perennials, supposed to be perennials. So I've always wanted to put, I've had strawberries here in the ground, but I've always wanted to put them up into a box. And you know, I don't know when I'm ever going to build a box. This one was hanging out with a bunch of pallets, and then I just lifted it up and somehow managed to get it in the back of the truck, brought it here, and it's going to make a perfect strawberry box. And I just love that. We have 6 of those. And then I put in 2 more Mexican heathers right here, and I thought I was done, but I found one more over there by the grow table. But for now, it's very difficult to plant anything over here because the pine has big roots going all the way through. And if the big roots don't get you, the little roots do. But I figured it'd be one more kind of cool layer to my food forest, which is over here. Needs love. I did start working on it, but then I've taken about 2 weeks off of it. So I need to get back at it. But couldn't resist a sale, you know. And this is bush daisy and white alyssum. And I had purple verbena back here, which is what gave me the idea to put in the purple Mexican heather. So I thought that'd be just kind of pretty cool. And then I have to put in, I got to figure out where I'm going to put that the fourth Mexican heather. Oh, and that's right. The white salvia is going over by the pool, but I haven't made up my mind yet, so I'm not going to rush that decision. I hate rushing a decision. And then here is the purple Prince Alternanthera. And let's see if we can make a little space right in here. It's always my problem. I need space. Okay, hold on. Let me set up the camera. Okay, I'm just putting in some of that mix from the other day with the seedlings. Squish some of it down. And then we'll top off a little bit more. I think that keeps this row mostly empty. I don't think there was anything in this row. Just these 2 rows had some snapdragon babies that I transplanted last week. Okay, so here we go. Okay, maybe that was too much. We're gonna treat these just like we did the rosemary Do I have my knife somewhere? Where's my knife? I'm gonna pull this up for you guys so you can see it. Look at this. This wasn't that long ago. Come on. Oh, I don't want them to break. But there's beautiful roots right there. You see that from my rosemary? Oh, no, that was the death of it. Oh no. Okay, come on, get in there, roots. Let's pretend like I didn't do that and just disturb your life. But anyhow, they're doing superb. Superb. Let me get, where's my, okay, so we're just gonna treat it like we did the others. I know I said that already. Just gonna take a bunch off. It wants to bloom up here, so let's get rid of that. We strip it. We don't want to put any energy into the leaves. I don't think, really doesn't probably need to be skinned like that. Because it's not really woody. I didn't grab any of the woody parts. Maybe that would have been smarter, is to grab some woody. And, oh, I feel like I got a spider on me. Let's see. Let's do a little experiment. Let's put the thicker pieces over here and the thinner pieces on this side. Let's just see what goes better. I know that you can propagate by cuttings, but I've never done it. And what a better time to learn, since I have it extra all in my front yard. And what a pretty gift that would be, or a pretty hedge. Oh my goodness, this would be such a pretty hedge. Or, you know, we have so much green in Florida that this would be fantastic just to have, like, as an alternative red, or, you know, something like that in your garden, in your backyard. You don't even have to be a vegetable person. You can just be like a Florida backyard gardener. Well, let's strip that. Okay. I left some of those leaves on just because I felt bad. Those are baby tender leaves. Felt a little bad stripping off of there. There's a big chunk. Not good. But we're just going to overlook it because I paid much cheaper for this dirt. Alright, so there we go. There's the Alternanthera Purple Prince variety. I'm very excited about that. We got quite a few things done. I thought, well, I mean, really, they weren't that long of projects, but I'm telling you, the bags, especially the dirt, I was talking to the guy who put it in the back of the truck, and I said, look, I can usually do 50-pound chicken bags, like chicken feed, and I can definitely do 40-pound dog food. But I'm like, this is heavy. And he goes, oh, this is probably over 50 pounds. And I said, oh, good. I don't feel like such a weakling. If he's struggling, then I don't feel so bad. So I'm carrying my own weight around here. Not really. Oh, I definitely couldn't carry my own weight, literally. But anyhow, so we got all this done. I've got this one heather left to find a home for. It'll probably, oh, I don't know, probably, I don't know, maybe I'll put it over there. Maybe I'll do it over by the fruit trees. That would be cool. I might even put it in a pot for right now. Oh, I don't know what I'll do. There's no telling. I'm just unpredictable. I'm just unpredictable. And I'm so happy the strawberries now can start spreading, and that I have my defined walkway, and my front porch looks so much better now that we don't have Mexican heather scratching up on us. All right, here's a little postscript to that video that you just watched. And so I was out here thinking about, I've heard it said if you want to brighten up an area, plant white. And that's why they do moon gardens, so the moon reflects and it brightens up your yard. And it also helps in shady locations. And so I went ahead, excuse my pool right over here, but I went ahead and put the white salvia here. I put two right here between my papayas that go all the way to the sky. And then I put one right over here. Now, let me just turn around. Okay, so white, 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 and then white right over here. My pool, don't look at that. Okay, it's really bad. Oh, it's starting to sprinkle too. So the other day, last week, I put in the delphiniums right here, the 3 of them right here. Then I put in these kalanchoe. I hope I'm saying that right. Look, aren't they adorable? And they look so good with the blue. And then I have my turmeric's gonna fill in here. I have a Gara here, and I have a Gara over here. I have a multicolored plumeria right there. And then I have a candy stripe plumeria right here. So all this, oh, and cat whiskers. And then I have a red knockout rose right here. It's all stripped down. There's no color, but I can't wait to see it once summer arrives. I put in a little bit more marigolds right in here because they get nice and tall, and they'll kind of provide like a hedge right here, and so will the Gara. So I had Gara last year right here on the edge next to the cat whiskers, and it kept, you know, putting all the blooms into the pool, which was really disgusting. You know, when it was clean. So I'm so badly need to shock and everything this pool. I have let it go and I'm paying the price for it. But anyhow, so this Gara now is going to be a good 1.5 feet, 15 to 18 inches or so off of the pool. And it'll catch a little bit more light right here. This one will stay a little bit more shady, probably stay smaller just because of the shade. And, you know, and so then this will be beautiful for me to look out over the kalanchoe, I hope I'm saying that right, and over to the blue and the knockout roses back there. You know, it's just an idea. You live and learn a little bit from last year's mistakes. Putting those blooms to, you know, something that drops a bloom every day really into your pool. That was not smart on my part. The cat whiskers, I'll still have those to deal with, but it's survived the winter, so we're just going to leave it where it's at. And everything else is, you know, there's a lot of annuals in here. There are some perennials, but the delphiniums, even though those can be perennials, I believe in the northern states, they will probably die out by May, I think. And the salvia hopefully will just take root and they'll be able to stay here forever, or until, you know, whatever happens to them. But and the Gara, like my white Gara up front, survived, but the red ones did not. So there you go. I bought one pot and split it. These are some form of papyrus. Aren't they really cool? And this, I got a pot and they were really little, and it was just too much for the lady. She was a senior, and so she gave it to me, and I split it and I put half over there and half here. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then of course I got like dollarweed in here too, which needs to at least be thinned down a little bit. But these are kind of the winter weeds, and that's what happens. Ooh, did you see that cardinal? Yeah, everything needs my attention. All right, back to the end of the video. Bye-bye. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was inspiration for you to get out there on some of these cooler days and get some work done, you know, before it becomes 90 degrees again, which should be like by Friday, right? No, I'm just kidding. But it's coming way too soon. Like, I actually have anxiety that I'm not getting everything done fast enough. So you guys, anyhow, enough of me. God bless. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.